I am children's book, nonfiction children's book, picture book author, Meghan McCarthy. And I've written a number of books, 12, 13, 14, 17. I'm not really sure how many I've done. Lost track, guys. This is my latest one, Action, How Movies Began. And this, well, the title tells you what this is about. So today we're going to be doing a project, how to make a flip book. It's really fun. You can even, I remember doing it in my notebook. If any of you guys have had a notebook, you can actually draw little stick figures on the edges of each page. And when you flip them, it looks like the stick figure is moving. So I'm going to explain how to make a flip book in that way with a stick figure first. And then I'll show you how I made one that was a little more complicated. And I have a number of flip books with me if you don't know what a flip book is. They're these little things. I use note cards, so it's a little bit bigger. And I kind of made a mistake. This is, I'll show you. This is in reverse, but so we're going to be watching it backwards, but this is Charlie Chaplin. I had trouble flipping mine because now they've gotten cheap about note cards and they made them really thin. I should have bought thicker cardboard, so I have trouble flipping it. But anyways, so I'll explain all of my mistakes and you can learn from them. And I'll show you some of these close up and let's get started.
This is Edward Muybridge. In 1878, he made a series of photographs of a horse running. When shown in quick succession, you have motion. In came the famous Thomas Edison and his employee William Kennedy Dixon. By 1893, they had finished their inventions, the kinetograph used to record motion and the kinetoscope used to play it back. Viewers would peer into the kinetoscope and watch Fred Ott Sneeze, 1894, and also in 1894, The Boxing Cats. This movie is from 1919 called How Animated Cartoons Are Made. This is a silent film made in animation's infancy. Just as with Muybridge's horse, the quicker you move the image, the more convincing the motion will be. And this is also how a flip book works. Here are the materials you will need: index cards, a pencil, a pen or marker to outline things with, a light box, or you could hold it up to the light or a window. I bought one off of Amazon for $15. Markers or crayons or colored pencils, and lastly, a binder clip. Let's start with something easy, a stick figure. First draw his arms down, and then slowly draw the line going up with each image. When you put them all together, it will look like he's raising his arms. Now draw a second set of stick figures and move his arms back down, little by little, with each image. This time, when you put them together, it will look like he's raising his arms up and then bringing them back down. Now I hope you get the idea of how you make a flipbook. After deciding what I wanted to do, which was a cartoon character blowing a bubble, I tested out a bunch of markers. I found that AD Marker's Chart Pack worked really well, and I decided to use a few colored pencils while I was at it. So my first step was to draw the character. My intention was to draw the whole thing out in pencil first, but you'll notice that I kind of started taking some shortcuts and using color and ink, and then I had to do the whole thing over several times. So, take what I learned and draw the whole thing out with pencil first. Also, even for a professional artist such as myself, drawing circles are hard. So I found some different objects of different sizes, some circles, and I traced around those to draw the bubble. So I suggest trying that out. It's a big help. What I decided to do was draw some of the finished pictures first and then fill in the middle pieces. So I drew the bubble rather large, then I went back and did all the steps in between. So it's really simple in its concept that you just draw a circle a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger each time in each image until it will look like he's blowing a bubble when you put it all together. I'm gonna say right here that I cheated a little bit. I could not figure out, I wanted the guy to be chewing, and I had no idea how to make a character chew. I'm not an animator, I'm an illustrator, so I decided to go to the iPad. It is a great way, if any of you have an iPad, I know they're expensive, but to get Procreate and hit on the animation timeline, and it's basically just like note cards but digital, and instead of having to redraw the same character over and over and over again, you can just keep hitting the copy key and then draw over the exact copied character. It makes it so much easier to do. So I figured out how to make him chewing. It was a little tricky. If you are not experienced, You could skip the chewing and just have the character blow the bubble. That's totally fine. And this is all my discarded material. I think I used up a whole pack of note cards just for my mistakes. So again, draw this out in pencils first before you go to ink. The way I would do it, if I did it over again, would be to draw the whole thing out in pencil, then outline the whole thing in black ink, and then color it last. Did I do that? No, I did not. Congratulations on making your flipbook. Now it is time to test it out. So you can either just hold them all together really tight or get one of those binder clips. And I find that that's a great way to hold all the cards together.